what I did there is I took your letter and just kind of tried to gear it towards me. And that was a little challenging.
Yeah. Here's, I would change that font from Times New to probably Verdana, so it's a little bit easier to read.
Okay.
And let's say all the line spacing in between, you know, if you're using Verdana 10 and the line and you're just over the one page, we just go and change your line spacing to about a 6, or maybe even a 5, and the naked eye is not going to pick it up, but it brings the copy up enough to make something fit. But your problem here is this, right? This was sent as a broadcast fax, which is why it didn't have a headline.
Okay.
Right, because I needed to get past the gatekeeper.
Okay.
Now, in the old days of sending a broadcast fax, whoever's job it was, usually some junior or an office manager, was like, the boss says, if it looks like they're trying to sell me shit, throw it in the bin. So if that letter had a screaming headline on it, it's going to go straight in the bin. Why it was done if I was a copywriter. So you would remove that line if I were a copywriter, right? And you want a short, punchy headline on that, which I'm not going to give you. I want you to have a crack at coming up with something there. And then, so then it's going to change the yes, I'm a copywriter to...
I'll take those first 2 or 3 sentences out.
Yeah, I just want to see what you can come up with, and then I'll fine tune it for you, right? Okay. Now, the Ed Dale bit, right? Ed Dale was my apprentice. Well, that's not right. You were Ed Dale's apprentice. But 99.9% of people that get this letter won't have a fucking clue who Ed Dale is, Russell Bronson, or Ryan Levesque, or Todd Brown.
Okay. True.
Right. So, right, Ed Dale's a prolific 7-figure a year marketer, right? And, you know, has mentored, you can mentor some major, you know, some other multi-million, I mean, what's Brunson and Levesque would be 8-figure a year guys, wouldn't they?
Okay.
Right. And so, you know, the way you've got that here, if you Google these men, you'll see you don't want them dropping your letter and Google something, right? So you've got to look at the sort of the results that those names got without using their name. You know, when a highly successful entrepreneur has generated, you know, millions upon millions of dollars, was looking to take on an apprentice, you know, there was one person he chose, that type of scenario.